Welcome back to Hustle Front. If it is your first time here, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get to see future videos from this channel. So today we're going to discuss about 6 tips that you can use to identify great real estate. Coming up. So tip number 1 is stick to your criteria and do not compromise. What do I mean by this? So when you're buying a property, you must have decided in advance what you want, what you're looking for. If you're looking for properties worth, let's say, a price range between 500,000 to 1 million, stick to that in a certain location. Make sure you stick to that. Do not let people speak you out into buying other properties in other areas that maybe probably you don't understand. Because the moment you buy a property in an area that you don't understand, facts, you're not sure about the market prices, so you're likely to buy something expensive. So stick to what you understand, your criteria, have it in advance before you make any purchase. And do not allow agents or owners to speak you out to buy something that you don't, that doesn't fit your criteria. Tip number 2 is take your time before buying. Gary Keller suggests that you're supposed to be a shopper, not a buyer. You don't marry the first person you come across in your life, or the first person you start dating. So take your time, compare features, compare prices of properties. You'd rather miss a good property rather than buying a bad one. So take your time, compare property prices and features so that you make sure you get the right property for you. So tip number 3 is closely related to tip number 2. Quality is in the quantity. The more properties you view, the higher the probability of landing on the right property. So view as much as possible so that you increase your chances of landing on the right one. Gary Keller suggests that for every 30 properties that you view, select at least 10 from there. Then you narrow down to at least 3 from there. And then out of the 3, you pick the best, just one. So the more you see, the better. So tip number 4 is find a way of reducing competition. One of the ways you can reduce competition is be the first to make an offer or be the last to make an offer. There's an advantage to that. And being the first, if you're the first to make an offer and it is accepted and that offer again is meeting your criteria, be quick to buy that property and walk away. Because the challenge is that when the seller starts receiving other offers from other people, he will take a back seat. He might increase the prices. He might be reluctant to sell it to you, hoping that in future he might, fetch a higher price than the one that you're offering. Again, when you're the last, what happens is that you are able to scan, all the other offers that have been made and structure a good offer that will entice the seller to sell the property to you. So make sure you're either the first or the last. Tip number 5 is be organized and systematic. It will cost you money and time to view properties and do due diligence to make sure you achieve the right property. So the thing is, you have to organize your time and resources, allocate time and resources to do that work. You have, for example, you have 7 days in a week, so you have to organize and decide which day of the week will you be viewing properties, which day of the week will you be selecting using the criteria that I've just talked about there. How will you be? So allocate. The point is allocate resources to do that. Your time, your money. If you need staff to do that, if you need anything else that you need to help you do due diligence and the selection process, allocate resources to support that process. Finally, the last tip is that remember you make money when going in. As an investor, you're supposed to make sure you leave a margin of safety when you're buying. At least 30%. So if in case you want to sell the property immediately, you're able to do that. So always buy below the market price. And the worst case, buy at least worst case, especially for those who, for example, who want to go and build houses on that vacant land, buy at worst case the market price. So make sure you make money. And the only way to do this, to make money when you're going in, and the only way to do this is to understand the property prices. If you don't understand the property prices, it's very hard to make money when you're going in. So make sure you understand your area well, understand property values, understand the property, the rates, rental rates within your area, so that you get to estimate on the price, the market price, so that you're able to buy below it. So thank you very much for watching. If there's any topic you'd want me to address, please leave your comment down there. If I'll be able to respond to it, I'll do exactly that. So all the best in your investments. See you next time.